Hello and welcome to the Field of Streams, where I, your host, Janine McRae, bring you the tiny thoughts that stream from my brain and present them to you as though they're some kind of uber-pricey slices of exotic cheeses laid upon a charcuterie board, artfully presented and making your Instagram senses tingle so hotly your fingers sweat. The quickening. Now, I can't promise you much with these weekly nibbles, but I can promise you this. I won't keep you long. Today's missive was initially inspired by a piece I read in the online newsletter, or is it a publication? It doesn't really matter. It's called The Marginalian, which is an excellent vessel for regular, juicy inspiration about creative people and work, and it has quotes and interesting bios about artists that you might not know anything about. The piece I read relating to what this week's post is about was about the artist Louise Bourgeois, and it was on how solitude enriches creative work. As per usual, the link to that story, if you want to read it, is in the description. Anyway, reading that got me thinking about what it is to be alone and how folks are often cruelly judged for their enjoyment of being alone, as though being alone means that you're lonely, when, quite frankly, being alone can be lovely. I personally think that the ability to be alone and to be happy in that aloneness is a superpower that's sort of been lost. I mean, you're never really alone anymore. Whatever, I'm getting off track. Basic premise of this one is that it's a celebration of the power of alone and the pleasure of your own company. Without any further waffling, here is the post, The Power of Solitude, as told by a solo banana. Being alone is not the same as being lonely, but one's enjoyment of being alone comes with oversized societal baggage. Don't even try arguing the benefits, because those delicious me-time bags do not comply with the airline of life's weight limits. You will be charged for every second of your all alone, by yourself and loving it ways, and it will not be fair. It will not be just. The solitude price gouge is just how the market works. To enjoy the pleasure of your own company is a sin, a defect of character. You might as well be saying, I am a broken piece of crockery, poorly glued, but I still hold tea that only I can drink. That's not true, of course, but that's the assumption. Truth be told, there's pure power in the skill of not imploding when you are all alone, but that power is horribly misunderstood and the benefits poorly marketed. Alone is a loaded gun of a word, and it needs a good rebranding, because what was I saying before? Oh, I know. Being alone isn't the same as being lonely. She felt so alone. She died alone. She's going it alone. These are simply dark lace emotions stitched to solitude's glorious blanket by a culture of fear. No one wants to die alone, yet everybody does. Going it alone breaks away from the must-tackle adventures with other people norm in a way that makes everyone uncomfortable. Because being alone is dreadful, right? A black-hearted whirlpool in which you will thrash around and drown. Alone, alone, alone. It is a social death sentence, isn't it? No. The ability to enjoy the aloneness of you is absolute fire. It crackles and spits and is pure life combustion. But if you have that fire in you, it also signals something terrible. You must like yourself. And that's what frightens people. We're not supposed to like ourselves in this world, and there you are, flaunting it and turning that mirror back on our self-hating faces. We're not supposed to like doing things alone. We're supposed to fall back and stick with the group. You can be lonely in a group, by the way. Well, choose a better group, you say, and that's a fair point. But the choice is not always yours, and brings me back to this. If you like your own company, you will always have a friend. The point. The most hoppin', action-packed place on earth is your own mind. Your mind is a playground filled with thoughts. Only you are each thought, and each thought is you. It's a crowd, man, a scene. There's young you, old you, bad you, good you. Close his eyes. There's mean Janine, clumsy Janine, self-doubt Janine, marble up the nose Janine, hater Janine, daydreamer Janine, hurt Janine, skies falling Janine, rule follower Janine, lying Janine, crying Janine, you're no good Janine, etc., etc. So many Janines on this playground, all talking at once. What a din! Breathe, seek, be still. One by one they dissolve until there she is. The Janine I have learned to like, dare I say love, stands before me. This Janine is the one who enjoys getting older, who knows what she likes, who has crazy ideas, and who accepts she has problems of interaction and perception, but works on them. We are alone now, this thought Janine and I, but we are not lonely. We are just together. We ride bikes for hours. Together. We work and create shit. Together. We camp on signal-free mountains. Together. We are alone. Together. You don't always need the compression sock of society around your body to make you feel secure. This doesn't mean you don't like people. This doesn't mean you don't like the company of others or being touched or being part of something. It simply means that you found a way to make peace with all the troublesome yous in your head in order to hang out with the best you, the one you like. The sanctity of solitude is finding that version of you. Make friends with that person, because sometimes you'll find yourself alone through no fault of your own, a pandemic lockdown, prime example, and that's when enjoying the pleasure of your own company won't be a sin. It'll be a blessing. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. I can't tell you how to like yourself. It takes time and work and focus and active pursuit. You'll need to look at all the players on your mind playground and find a way to make peace with the pieces of yourself that you don't like so you can spend time with the pieces that you do. That app-filled thing in your hand is no substitute for the thing in your head. That app-filled thing in your hand is a portal to pain, a black hole that sucks you into false narratives on someone else's curated feed. It can be a tool, sure, a salve, a fizzing aspirin in your glass, but it can also make you hate yourself, not love, which is the opposite of what I'm talking about. Be cautious, be vigilant. In short, find yourself in you. It's a fight. Every day you must navigate the war inside your brain to find the peace. Reorganize the players on your playground until you find that one voice that says, let's hang out, together alone. Then go play. And there you have it, this week's episode. I hope you'll come back for more. These little missives are designed to inspire creative folk to get out and make something of their own. If you do enjoy my writing, please be sure to subscribe to the Stream newsletter at janinemccrae.substack.com. And until next we meet, love what you love, and I'll see you out there making stuff.